Today, I really want to talk about why I chose to study in Greece. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here again. We're still doing this, still at home, quarantining, social distancing. I hope you're watching this from your home as well. Stay home, stay safe. That's the motto right now. If it's your first time here, my name is Faye. I'm so glad that you're here. Subscribe, make sure you subscribe. The red button that's just below the video, make sure you click on that button and then click the bell such that you get notified when I post something new. Over here we talk about travel, we talk about things related to travel stories, my experiences. Right now I'm living in Greece, and speaking of living in Greece, today I really want to talk about why I chose to study in Greece. So I moved here and I've been here for 6 months, going on 7 months. And I moved here to study. That's the main reason why I'm here. I came here to do my master's degree. And so I want to talk about why I chose to study abroad, and particularly in Greece and in Thessaloniki in Greece, which is a city I hadn't even heard of before I moved here. So just a little background, because you probably don't know, I did my bachelor's degree in Malaysia. So in a city called Melaka. Like, shout out all my Melaka people. If you happen to be watching, just let me know and like drop a comment and hooray to how far we've come. So that's why I did my bachelor's. I lived there for 3 years. It was an amazing experience. And so I've always valued studying abroad. I always knew I wanted to do my master's at some point. It just took me a while to actually do it because I was trying to figure out what exactly I wanted to do my master's in. I didn't want to do something generic. I wanted to do something specific. But I always knew I wanted to study abroad if the opportunity availed itself. And so I was really happy when I got this opportunity, and I'm going to tell you why. But before I get into that, I just want to just also give you a few advantages for studying abroad, because I really would advise anyone to do that if they can, especially for your higher education. That's university, bachelor's, postgrad, master's, PhD, whatever it may be. Some of the things are, one, well, I always advocate for travel regardless, but I think there's also something about traveling to a place and being immersed in the place. And what I mean is not just traveling for like a week or a weekend or a holiday, but moving to a place and actually living there temporarily. I think there's so much growth that happens. Like, you really are put in a position where you grow, you're exposed to so many things. I'm going to insert a link to my house hunting story, but yeah, that's one of the examples of like you really put in a position where you're just exposed to the world. It's so easy to get comfortable where you are, you're just used to your area, and like you hang out around the same people or like a particular group of people. You go to particular places to socialize, to hang out, and you come back home, and then your life kind of rotates around that. And yet the world is so big and there's so much to be learned. I feel like it's a good what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's that starter, it's that catalyst for creativity. I feel like when you're in a different environment, in a different surrounding, you're more creative, or at least for me, I feel like it really just pushes me, just gets me out of my comfort zone. And I feel like that's when I'm the most creative. And when you're creative, that's when you can be innovative. That's when you can do something different, not just get stuck in a routine or in a rut. So I really just value, aside from the classroom education that you are able to access when you study abroad, there's also so much that you learn outside the classroom. You learn a lot more about the world, and you learn about just the way different people live, different cultures. Sometimes we are so used to, you always think you're right, or you always think you do things the best way. until you see how they're done elsewhere. There's a saying that goes, you always think your mother's cooking is the best until like you visit the neighbors or something like that. So it's really just about realizing that there's just not one way of doing things, there's not one way of living life, and getting to see how other people live, getting to see the challenges that they face, and just realizing how similar we are as people, how we have similar problems, you know. And when it comes to just really making a contribution in terms of work or what you want to do, or whether it's business, you know, a lot of it has got to do with problem solving. And I feel like when you travel, you're exposed to more problems, hence you can come up with more solutions in some way. Okay, so why I chose to study in Thessaloniki in Greece. So in case you don't know, Thessaloniki is in northern Greece. It's the second largest city in Greece. I feel like I've said this so many times, but I just feel like, man, someone might not know. And yes, it is the city that Paul wrote a letter to in the Bible. The letter he wrote to the Thessalonians, Thessaloniki. Why I chose to study in Thessaloniki and why I'm at the university that I'm at studying what I'm studying. The first reason is I loved the content of the course. So like I mentioned earlier, when it came to my master's, I really wanted to do something specific, and right now I'm doing an MA in digital media communication and journalism. Quite a mouthful, but I like that when I saw the program, I loved that it was really tailored to my needs and my interests. I hadn't found something like that elsewhere. Definitely hadn't seen that in Uganda, and I hadn't even seen it in other, major universities. So I like that I would be studying more about digital media. My background is in marketing. So my first degree was in business administration and I majored in marketing management. I've worked in marketing and advertising and I love that field, but I'm also now really interested in digital media, and I wanted to specialize in the digital aspect of marketing because, let's be honest, that's really where a lot of businesses are focusing right now, and there's so much untapped opportunity and potential there. So I really wanted to learn more about digital media in a different environment that is not Uganda. And I also communication. I love communications. I love speaking. I love writing. I love communicating. So that was a no-brainer for me. And journalism was an area that also really interested me. I'd never studied journalism before, professionally in any way, but I did like to write, and I have been blogging for a while and doing a few freelance writing gigs. But I also wanted to study journalism in a broader sense, so not just the writing, broadcast journalism. And I'm fortunate that I do have classes where we're getting to study things like television and digital cultures. So yeah, it was just perfect that I could combine those three things that I was passionate about, and so that was the number one reason. So the second reason was it was affordable, because I looked at some other programs, man, and it's like you have to sacrifice an arm and a leg and sell your lungs. I really like that it was affordable and relatively affordable. And there was an opportunity for a scholarship. Now, when I left Uganda, I did not have the scholarship. In order to get the scholarship, I had to work really hard by the grace of God and top my class at the end of the first term. Thankfully, I was able to do that. It's a huge relief because, let's just say I'm so thankful. That definitely drew me to the program. When I saw that, okay, I can apply for a scholarship, I was okay, this is calling my name. I have to go for it. I have to at least try. So that was the second reason, the price, relative price, plus the scholarship opportunity. And then the last one, which is kind of a trivial, a little plus, was the fact that it's 1 year. So the program is 1 year. I know a lot of master's programs are 2 years. And it's if you can do it in 1 year, why do it in 2? So that also really drew me to the course. Oh yeah, and I would be lying if I didn't mention that Greece as a country was really attractive to me. So I had never heard of Thessaloniki before, but I definitely heard of Greece. Greece is so famous for its islands, and there's so many amazing places to be discovered. And actually, when I came here, I realized there's so much more that is not even advertised. Places like Nafplio, I did a vlog on that, or Meteora. I'll link those as well so you can check them out. There's so many places in Greece and around Greece. It's been my dream to do a Euro tour. So I'm really looking forward to when I'm done with my classes, when I'm done with my dissertation. I definitely want to take some time to explore countries like France, like Italy, like Spain, like Germany. There's so many places I want to go to, and so I love that Greece is located like right in Europe, and I've always wanted to do a Euro tour, so that definitely was attractive to me. All in all, it was just about finding the right combination of factors, finding the right package, so to speak. I feel like I just came across the perfect combination, and I'm one of those people who I really follow my gut and my intuition, and if something calls my name, like if I feel like it has Faye written on it, I'm definitely going to try and pursue it. So I guess when it comes to university, it really depends on what your priorities are. I'd love to know what you guys think. Like, would you consider studying abroad? Is that something that you've done before? If you have, let me know, and let me know what you think the best benefit was, because there really is some sacrifice, but I believe every sacrifice there's also a reward or benefit. So let me know in the comments what your biggest reward has been from studying abroad. I think it's really also about having an open mind and just being open to adjusting your life in some way and experiencing something new, because great things, like they say, great things never come from comfort zones. It's nice to just do something different, to just try at least. So I hope I've shed some light, and I hope this encourages anyone who has been thinking about maybe studying abroad. I'd love to hear from you again. Just drop a comment, let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I don't want to ramble on, but thanks for getting to the end of this video. Okay. Ooh. Let's get this started. Ish, I look so formal today. Wait. Okay.